Hi again, folks. Welcome back. So we're going to put some accessories on the Himiway Cruiser bike. So some of the stuff we're going to do today is we're going to replace the seat with a much more comfortable seat, because I did take it out for a ride. I've actually done about 30 miles on the bike and it's really fun. But the seat, I think I want to improve that a little bit. As you can already see, I have already put the bag on, the pannier bag, and this thing's really cool. It was really easy to put on, just has a couple of Velcro straps that you're going to put on the luggage rack that came with the bike. But the feature I like about it is you open up these sides here, and this bag kind of folds down, and boom, it becomes like a bigger pannier bag. So I took this to the grocery store. I put a gallon of milk on this side. The other side I put some like coffee mate, some eggs, all that kind of stuff. Everything fit perfectly. You just fold it back up again, and then just zip it up. And then boom, you're back into like kind of a more streamlined bag. And then of course on the top, you also have room here. You just open it up, keep whatever you want to keep in here. I've got some gloves in here, a little kind of hoodie thing as well, since it's Colorado, it's kind of cold to ride up here. Also has a little kind of carrying handle, I'm not sure what that's for, but it has some kind of bungee cord type deals on here as well. And a little section here where you can put your drink, and I put like a full-size Gatorade bottle in here, and it fit perfectly. So, next thing we're going to do, I think we'll do the seat real quick, and the seat post, because I got one of those suspension seat posts, so I think that's going to work out really good. So let me go get that, and we'll chuck that on real quick. Here's what I'm going to be adding on. I'm going to be putting on this kind of suspension seat post deal. It's from a company called, I think, Zoom or something. I got it off the internet. Anyway, so it has just a kind of a shock absorber here. On the bottom, it has an adjustable Allen key where you can adjust the rebound setting on it. The next one we're going to put on after that is going to be this Surface hybrid seat. So it looks pretty good. I saw this one, I read pretty good reviews on it. It kind of has a suspension system on the back of it as well. So pretty simple. We're just going to unbolt this, bolt this onto it. When it comes to the bike, it's just going to be the quick release. Just take off the quick release, slide the seat out, and then we'll replace it with this one. So let's get that done real quick. Okay, so I got the seat post in, tightened up. Feels pretty good actually. I mean, I can feel the suspension on it. So, so far so good. We'll see how it works when we take it out. So, feels good. Okay, so the next item we're going to tackle is the water bottle mounts. So we're going to try and work out how to get these onto here. So this bracket was basically for like a Rad Rover bike that I got on eBay. On eBay or was Amazon, one of the two. So it has to go on the front of the bike, which already has these 4 little bolts mounted in it. So it's going to go right here. The only problem is it's kind of the wrong size. It's just a little bit different bracket. So what I'm going to have to do is just kind of machine it to get it to fit. So we'll do that real quick, see if we can get it to work. So like I said, this is the bracket, this is the bracket that we're going to put on here. I already took a couple of screws out, but we're just going to remove this last one. And then we're going to just kind of line this bracket up and see where we need to kind of widen out the holes basically. So the bracket just mounts like so. I've got kind of a wax pencil. Take a look, see what I need. Areas I need to take out a little bit. Okay, so I've kind of made some marks on here as far as where I think I need to kind of machine this out a little bit. So basically, I'm just going to get my drill and kind of drill those out and make those a little bit bigger, and we'll see if it fits in there. So I've made the marks. I kind of put a little rag on here just to protect the surface. So this, I'm just going to use a drill because I don't really have much else that will work. So this is aluminum, so hopefully it'll cut through here. So after a few tries, you're going to get it just where it kind of fits on this bracket. And I've already got 2 in up here just holding it. It took me a couple of tries just to try it, put it on, try to get the Allen bolts into it and hold it on. But I think we've pretty much got it where we want it. Let's see. So now we're just going to basically install these 2 screws, tighten them up, and we should be good to go as far as putting the bottles on. So that one goes in, and let's see if we can get this last one in. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to tighten these up real quick, and then we'll put the bottles on. So we got the bottles mounted up, the bottle holders mounted up. It leaves you some space here. You could do something else. I don't know, maybe I'll put another light there or something. So one thing I wasn't anticipating was I got these kind of bigger bottles, these kind of bigger ones, longer, taller ones, I guess you could say. And when you put them in, hits the handlebars. So I wasn't expecting that. Not a big deal. I'll just go to the bike store tomorrow, or maybe I'll just order them. But I'm just going to get the shorter bottles. And as you can see, the shorter ones come to about here. So that'll clear just perfectly. But anyway, not a problem. There we go. Those are mounted on there. And now we have the twin water bottle mount. So we're good to go. All right, on to the next project. All right, folks. So the next things we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking off these grips here, the stock grips. The reason I'm taking those off is because I want to install a thumb throttle. So this is the thumb throttle right here. I'm just going to take that off, install this. When you order this part, make sure you get it's a 3-pin connector. And I think it's either yellow or orange. To me, this looks orange. The one on the bike I think is yellow, but orange to yellow goes yellow to yellow. Just a 3-pin connector, thumb controller. I prefer this. I rode the bike, like I said, about 30 miles using that twist throttle, and it just seemed kind of a pain to hold that throttle, you know, because you're twisting your wrist all the time. So I prefer this. Once you do that, since the bike has it kind of integrated into the grip, you're going to have to replace the grips. So I got a new set of grips. These ones are from Saplees or something, but they have Allen keys on the end of them, so you can tighten them up so they don't rotate on the bike. When we do that as well, I'm also going to install these mirrors as well. So we're going to put, these are kind of the blue anodized look ones. So I'm just going to install these mirrors on here as well so we can get some rear visibility. So first thing you're going to want to do is basically pull these grips off. And the way that you pull those off is really pretty much just by brute force. So you're just going to kind of grab it and you're just going to work it and just keep working it off, working it off, working it off, and eventually this thing will come off. So let's get that too. Okay, so I've already got the grip off. On the throttle assembly, basically, like I said, taking the grip, you just got to twist it and just pull, pull, pull. There'll be a little inner sleeve that comes off with it. Underneath this assembly, on the actual twist throttle part here, there's an Allen key, and I think that's about a 4mm hole. So let's put a 4mm in here. And we're just going to loosen this up. And we'll go the right way. There we go. Loosen that up, off it comes. Follow the wire, just pull it straight out. These are hard, they're in there really good. And there we go, the yellow. So there's that one off. The one I'm going to replace it with, like I said, is the thumb throttle. So I'm going to put this thumb throttle. This also has, let's see, that's a 4mm as well. The thumb throttle will just go on like so. And then our new grip will also go on. And this also has the Allen keys as well. And so basically this will all assemble into here. And then we'll just tighten it down where we like it and where we want the thumb throttle, and then we're good to go. It does leave this little gap here, or this little opening here, so I'm probably going to get some plugs for here just to plug that up. But there you go, throttle's installed, thumb throttle's installed. Just adjust it wherever you need it, adjust this wherever you want it, tighten down these screws, and then tighten this one down here, which is also that 4mm. Take the plug, and like I said, straight in, so get it, it lines up, it only goes in one way. Don't force it if it doesn't feel like it's going to go in. Boom, it's in. We're good to go. So the other item I installed while we're off was I also put the bike mirror on here. So what I noticed is there's so much going on over here as far as the throttle, the gear selection, all that kind of stuff. There's really nowhere to put a mirror on this side of the bicycle. This one's a little bit better because all it has is basically the on-off and the infotainment or the information screen controllers right here. So I put the mirror on here. I think this is the most important side anyway, since mostly you're going to be riding on the right side of the road, so you can see people coming up behind you. It was really easy to do. It just has a lever basically, or a hinge on it. Just unscrew the Allen key. That was 4mm as well. Put it on, tighten it up, and off you go. Has some adjustment screws here. 4mm. Tighten those up as far as how you want it to adjust. And there we go. We've got the mirror on. So we've got the mirror, and we've got the throttle installed as well. And I think we're good to go. The new grips are installed as well. So let's move on to the next project. Okay, so the next item we're going to install is our bike repair kit and our little carrier basically. So it looks pretty easy. From what I see, it has a couple of basically little clippy dingies here that are going to go on this lower seat post type deal right here. And then in the front, it's going to have a Velcro piece, which is just going to kind of wrap around the seat post here. So I'm going to throw that on real quick, and that'll be good to go. And inside here we have all of our bike repair stuff. It has some reflective material on here. And like I said, it has pretty much everything in here. This one has like a bike pump in here as well, and patches and another toolkit. So pretty cool little package. Same thing, you can find these online anywhere basically. I think I paid like 20 bucks or something for this one. So we'll mount that on. Okay, so the equipment bike's on, so that went really easily. So the next one we're going to install is I'm going to put this padlock on, this lock system. So basically this is like these solid links basically, and they kind of expand out into a big kind of halo type deal with this end link becoming loose. You wrap it around the bike, attached to whatever you have, and it's almost impossible to saw through this in any reasonable time, and then just folds back up again. Comes with a bracket, and I think this we're going to put pretty much here is where my idea is. And then, actually maybe we'll put it this way, just so it looks like it's a little bit easier to use gravity to do this thing here. And then this will just plug into it. It comes with basically these Velcro grips, and they have little grippies on them. So we're just going to attach that to that and mount the bike lock. So there we go. So we got the bracket on. Just has those two little Velcro things. When you put the Velcro in, there's going to be a Velcro side and kind of a sticky side, I guess you could call it, or a side that has some traction. Make sure you put the traction side to go towards the post or the bike, so that kind of holds it so it doesn't spin around. So like I said, this is the lock. It's from West Biking. Like I said, I just got this online. And then what you do is basically put it on here, slip it in, and then it just kind of locks into place. Boom. There you go, locks in place. When you get to your destination, basically you just kind of grab it, pull down on a little tab, and out it comes. So there we go. Bike lock in. Boom. Ready to go. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next item. I think that's going to be our cell phone holder up on the top. So let's get that real quick. Okay, next thing is going to be the cell phone mount. It's made by a company called Joy Room. You can get it online anywhere. It just comes with basically the mount, kind of swivels around, does its thing, kind of squeeze these things, it goes in and out and that kind of stuff. Comes with some little rubber kind of isolators, I guess you'd call them. Pretty simple design. This thing here kind of goes over, slides into its little hole right here. It goes in. It's going to come with a nut basically. It's going to kind of drive this a little tail, I guess you could call it, through, and then as you start screwing it on, it just tightens it up theoretically, and just keep on going, and eventually you'll get it to a position where you want it to be. And evidently it fits some really big handlebars because it just keeps on going. So eventually you'll get it where you want it to be, and then you can kind of adjust how you want your cell phone to mount. I'm not too sure where I'm going to put mine, to tell you the truth, probably about here. And then boom, there you go, you'll have your cell phone mount on. So I'll tighten this up real quick. There we go, that's mounted on there, and you can adjust it however you need it, all that kind of stuff. To take it off, just pop these little things here. Basically they push, pops out, and just pop it into place, and in it goes. So there we go, cell phone mounted. Well folks, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to mount on my Himiway bike at the moment. So the last thing that I wanted to put on, like I told you guys last time, in my opinion, the most important part, since you're dealing with like a $1,300 bicycle, right, is the Tile GPS tracker. So this thing is tiny. When you open it up, boom, just this little thing right here. It's literally, like I said, about the size of maybe a quarter or something like that. So all you're going to do, find a concealed location on the bicycle where you want to mount it, and mount it on there. It has an adhesive backing on it, and it's one of those like 3M ones, so it's not going to come off. And just mount it somewhere where, you know, inconspicuous, someone won't really see it. That way, when someone steals your bike, you have this little bad boy, and you can track it to where they are, and it's going to be a little bit of a surprise for them. So anyway, I'm going to mount this on the bike, and that's pretty much it. So I'd like to thank you for joining me. Like I said, we got the bike rack on, the new seat post, accessory kit, bike lock. We put the foam throttle on, the new grips, cell phone holder, and a mirror, and the drink holders. So these are all easy things. You can do them. Probably take you about maybe an hour, hour and a half to do all of these jobs. And there you go, man. Your bike is ready to go. So we'll give it another test ride, and I'll tell you how I feel about it when I do the test ride. And I'll also show you how to hop the speed up a little bit to get it to go about 28 miles per hour. So hey, I appreciate you watching. Please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out some of my other videos, I appreciate your time. All right, guys, have a good day and have fun.